Top of it, top of it, top of it, top of it. How's everybody doing today, man? It is your boy, Coach One Stack. And I'm getting myself together before I go get this 90-minute massage, man, because I'm fresh from the gym and looking real slim. You dig what I'm saying? But here's the thing, man. This is about your boy Diddy and them trying to give him 7 years for his sentencing. Now, here's the thing. See, Diddy's defense, they would like him to get 14 months, right? Which is on the lowest end of the sentencing guideline for this charge. And that would mean that by the time he went to court, he would basically just walk away free. But you have what's called a pre-sentencing hearing or pre-sentencing interview. They call it a PSI or a PSH, depending on what state you're in. So basically what that is when you catch a case, they're going to send your case over to parole and probation, right? And they're going to look at your history. They're going to see your previous charges. They're going to see what's going on with your charges. Now, they also take into consideration what type of person you are, your character, just different things about you. And they use their formula, okay? And they come up with a suggestion of time that you should do in the penitentiary, which goes to the district attorney, it goes to your attorney, and it also goes to the judge. Now, here's the kicker, guys. Diddy's lawyers have released the information from his pre-sentencing hearing. And his pre-sentencing hearing, the feds have stated that they would like him to do 7 years on a pre-sentencing hearing, okay? So they suggested that Diddy do 7 years in the penitentiary, which means because it is federal, he would have to do 90% of that time. So I'm looking at, he would have to do another 5 years and some change behind the walls. Now, here's the kicker, people. Here's what you don't understand. Just because the FBI, just because the feds suggested that he gets 7 years, and just because Diddy, his attorney may be okay with it, he may not be, and just because the DA might be okay with that 7 years, it is always ultimately up to the judge of the case. So now, what am I saying, guys? What I'm saying is that it can be recommended, as it was, for Diddy to do 7 years. But see, this judge right here, if you have not been paying attention to this judge, man, he's on his shit. Like, he's on his P's and Q's. Like, he's dotting his I's, he crossing his T's, and hey, man, in a big way. And so here's the thing. He's making it so Diddy ain't going to have no type of get back at appeals. He's not going to get a retrial. And most of all, it is up to the judge whether he gets that 7 years or not. Now, what I personally believe is that it doesn't matter that Diddy got just convicted of those two, transport and prostitute charges, and he beat the other ones, because what they're trying to say is, well, he deserves to get out of jail because he actually beat the most serious charges, and he just got accused of the lower charges, so he should get out. Hey, man, how many people do y'all got sitting in prison for forever and a day because they got some lower charges and nobody showed any mercy on them? I don't know, but I got more than a few that ain't never coming home, because they got some charges like this right here because they was out there pimping, and guess what? They give them football numbers for that. So it's ultimately up to the judge, and I believe the judge will actually give him more than 7 years. See, the judge can actually come and say, you know what? Because the judge, it can go two ways. The judge can say, you know what? I believe this is too much time for you to give Diddy. And he could choose to let him out then if he wants to. The judge can. Now, guys, we all know that's not going to happen. And why do we know that's not going to happen? We know that's not going to happen because the judge didn't even want to let the man out on bail. The man Diddy has tried to give him everything except his manhood in order to get up out of that jail and get on some house arrest. and the judge ain't having it. That means the judge want his ass behind bars, because it's people that's higher than a judge that's pulling Diddy's string. See, you never know who was at them parties, right? Who have gotten offended that they were being filmed at those parties. And see, you don't know who knows who, that who knows who. And it could be somebody very important that was at those Diddy parties that was like, oh, damn, this motherfucker want to film me? Okay, I got you. I'm going to make sure he don't ever come home. They could be cool with the judge. Or as I was just saying, the judge could give him less time, or the judge could say, you know what? I don't think this is enough time. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you this 7 years for each one of your counts, and I'm going to run them back to back. That means bow-legged. Concurrently is when they run together. If you get 7 years, the charges are running together. Back-to-back means you have to first serve your time, your 90%, your minimum 90% time on that 7 years, get paroled, and then start serving the next 7 years for your second count, and then get paroled off of that. So all in all, Diddy could be in the penitentiary for a minimum of 14 years. But just wait a little bit. Now that we talking 14 years. Well, see, once you get in that federal penitentiary, brother, nobody cares about your money anymore. And Diddy will, because how freaky he is and all this stuff he was doing on the streets, man, you are going to the feds. And nothing, hey man, nothing against the DC blacks out there, man. Shout out to the DC blacks and the feds. But I heard in the federal system, y'all DC blacks, y'all kind of like that, man. Y'all like that. Y'all like them like that. So I hear, because, hey, your boy Wayne Perry, I heard he's part of the Rainbow Club. I heard a lot of DC dudes is into that, man. If you are, that's your business. So be it. But in that federal system, man, Diddy, they will have dibs on Diddy, and it will be his own race that does that, as a matter of fact. See, it won't even be able to be a white person or somebody from the Mexican Mafia or the Aryan Brotherhood that will be able to touch Diddy. When Diddy touched that yard, he is going to be property of the black people, and he is a civilian on top of that, which means he don't click with nobody. So it's either you're going to have to pay for some protection, right? Which means you getting extorted, or you're going to have to give up some for some protection. And we all know that she was giving out them Audi 5000s, man, in jail, man, where you're at right now. We know you've been dropping down to your knees, giving them Audi 5000s to different people, man, so to keep them up off your butt, because they already know you're sick. They know you're showing symptoms of STDs. So the last thing they trying to do while you sitting up in the feds is running up in that thing, because it ain't like there are no prophylactics, just like it was no prophylactics at your house, but you got thousands of bottles of baby oil and Astroglide. And let me tell you something about Astroglide, man. You got silicone, you got water-based. You had the wrong type, because that's why you needed so much of it, brother. You needed the other kind that stays wet. But that's a whole nother video, people. But yeah, your boy Diddy, man, I believe the man will be getting 14 years. I don't believe that they will give him that minimum 7, and he damn sure ain't finna get 14 months. Hey, I like to keep y'all on, man. I gotta go, man. I got things to do. But like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Share this video and put in the comments. Guys, I need 100 comments on this video. How many years do you think Diddy is going to get? And remember, stay stress-free, never blessed. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest, and stay the fuck out of trouble. Church.